Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all for rocking with us as we progress throughout the night. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial if you want to be a part of tonight's discussion. I realized in the break, well, I didn't realize, I was reminded that I forgot to ask our sister D the tattoo question. So before we get to the rest of the random, D, tell us about how you feel about tattoos. Do you have any? You want any? What's your thoughts?
I am for tattoos, much like what my daughter said, that it's a way to express your artistic side, or if you get them in remembrance of somebody or something. I have 4 of them. 2 of them don't really mean anything. One of them, well, the first one I got, I was young. Like, I didn't know what I wanted, so I just got the same thing my friend had at the time. But the one on my right arm, down by my wrist, is resembles my heritage, Scottish Irish heritage, and the ring around the top of the cross stands for faith, love, and loyalty, and friendship.
That's kind of dope. Did it hurt?
No.
There you go. You too. That's where she get it from.
And then I have one on my right arm, up on my shoulder. It is a tribal angel. That's for 2 of my family members that passed away, one of them being my grandmother that I was pretty close to.
Gotcha.
And then my daughter actually drew me a tattoo that I'm getting that resembles my career as a dispatcher and fire and police all tied together.
I can dig it. Look at y'all. You're going to do a family affair. And you know how step on Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. All right, last few questions. We're going to run through these real quick, random, and then I'm going to get us out of here. First time you ever voted in a presidential election, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for the very first time you voted? Solo, you up first on this one, bro.
President Obama?
First time you voted in a presidential. Think about it. First time you voted in a presidential election, who'd you vote for?
Oh, my goodness. Reagan? Carter or Reagan?
Good grief. How old are you? You voted for Reagan? 49. He said he was 49, and you couldn't have voted for either of them.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm old.
You ain't that old. You ain't that old. You ain't vote for no Reagan unless you voted in 1984.
I'm trying. It was Reagan era. What?
1984 was the last time he ran.
So yeah, it might have been.
You don't remember. What about you, Big Sis?
I can't remember. Oh man, I can't remember.
You don't remember who you voted for the first time? When were you, like 18 or 20?
I lived in New York.
You guys
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember.
First lady?
Obama.
See, that's what I hear.
D.
I can't remember either.
You can't remember?
That's really a tough one.
Oh, look at me.
Well, Lexi, you haven't had an opportunity yet.
Yeah, I
Yes,
did.
you
I
have.
voted in this past election.
This past election?
She's
For
19.
2000, for the president?
No, the one for the primaries and all that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
That
okay,
counts.
okay. That
Yes, go ahead, Lexi.
yeah. That counts. Yep.
I voted for Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, so did I. You felt the burn.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the
I
burn.
still am. I don't care what they say. He's not out yet.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, he is actually. He I voted for him because I didn't have any other options, and not voting. You know, I marvel. I absolutely marvel at how a country of 300 million is fighting over 70-year-olds. You know, Bill and Hillary and Donald are both 70, or they will be, and Bernie's 74. Like, seriously, we really fighting over 70-year-olds. Like, gosh, if Bernie gets elected, he'd be 78 when he leaves office, or 79 when he leaves office. It's crazy. That's just, you know.
Okay, what about you, Marcus?
I was accused of ageism, but I voted for Bill Clinton in 1992. And I remember on June 3rd, 1992 was my 18th birthday, and it happened to be the night that he was on Arsenio Hall playing the saxophone. I was sold. He didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to say a word. all he had to do was put them sunglasses on, Arsenio Hall, and play the sax. And so I guess I probably should be embarrassed about that, but I'm not. It just speaks to the 18-year-old me. But I'll tell you a cool story. My freshman year at Virginia Union University in the fall of 1992, Reverend Jesse Jackson and Douglas Wilder came on campus, and they gave a rally. And what they did next was they filled up 5 buses of us from Union, took us to City Hall, and had us all register to vote right there on the spot. And I never forgot that. Thought that was so cool because I remember walking into City Hall with 2 people who I had only seen on television up to that point. I've since, no, I have never seen Jesse again, but I've seen Doug Wilder a bunch of times. He's a Unionite like me, but just to be in that kind of presence was just really, really cool. It's a story that I could always tell. So anyway, beaches or pools? Beaches or pools, D? You rather go to the beach or you rather go to the pool?
Beaches.
Lexi, beach or pool?
Definitely beaches.
First lady?
The beaches, because the pools are pissy.
The beach got shark pee.
At least that gets washed away a little bit.
And dolphin poop. Yeah. Yeah, I'm nasty. Yeah.
Yes, you are. Thanks for ruining my options.
And turtle poop. I'm sorry. Really? I'm being that guy right now. I am. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling I'm feeling giggly. Yeah, there you go. And Big Sis, jump in. What you got?
Whack.
The beach. All right. Solo, beach or pool?
Beach.
Everybody's beach. I'm like rather go to the beach. I'd much rather go to the beach. I don't really like going to the pool, like, cause it'd be all hot and stinky and what you call the stuff they put in the water?
Chlorine.
Chlorine. My goodness, it burn your eyeball sockets right out. You know.
Piss and chlorine is not a good combination.
Yeah. Pissy chlorine. I got a good one. All right, Big Sis, you up first. What is the first big purchase you ever made with your own money? That you ain't had no help from, no family, no parents, nothing. First big purchase you ever made. It doesn't have to be major. Like, just kind of set the parameters for the room. It's big to you. It ain't got to be a house. It ain't got to be a car. It ain't got to be big like that. It just has to be the first time you spent your own money on something.
Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet?
Am I ready yet?
Because I was trying to answer this like 5 minutes ago.
Girl, I asked you a question.
It was my condo when I lived in New York.
Your condo?
Yes.
When you lived in New York. Is that why you was grinning as I'm trying to set it up?
No. Whatever do you mean?
See, So tell us about the condo. All right.
Well, I wouldn't want to live there now.
Why not?
It's going bad.
Okay. But this wasn't in Pennsylvania, though, right?
I said New York.
I just wanted to take a shot at you by saying Pennsylvania.
You know what? You really need to stop hating. Green is not your color.
Nah, black and pink are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good and plenty.
Yeah. I think we're making the guests uncomfortable. Lexi, first time you made a purchase was kind of big to you.
Well, it's between 2, because I don't know if this one really counts. It's when I paid rent in my apartment.
Big.
That's huge.
Yeah, that counts.
That's it, yeah.
That
Wait,
really
I'm
counts.
sorry. I need to stop you right there. You got your own apartment?
I lived with people,
Let me let you call my daughter.
Yeah.
I lived out there for like 6 months in Chesterfield.
Yeah, I can do
And
it.
then the other one was this big music festival that I had went to. It was like a week-long thing.
Right. I can dig it.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's so
It feels so
awesome.
liberating when you use your own money to do something major. For
Absolutely.
yourself. It's just.
Well, it kind of is, and then it's like, oh no, where's my money?
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll
That-
go. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I spent it all.
But what you just said is the reason why I came up with this question. Shout out to our brother Hakeem is checking in. Jersey
Hey,
says shout out to the
Hakeem.
crew. Yeah.
Whatever.
Speaking to you.
Marcus is hating.
Yeah.
Hakeem.
804-402-2893 is the number to dial. First lady, first big purchase.
Oh, that would probably be my Ford Escort that I got in 1999.
There you go.
Oh, yes, her sister was happy.
Yes,
Was
sir.
out on Midlothian Turnpike, like the Black Street, you wouldn't know who I was coming up on you. I blew the horn, so everybody come on outside. Let's go for a ride. Yes, my 1999 black Ford Escort.
Ford Escort.
Yes,
I can dig it. She got a car.
Yes, and I was broke.
What you got, D?
Mine would be a car when I was 19. And the reason that it meant most to me was because I had started working when I was 16, and my mom kind of gave me a hard time. So when I went to get the car, she was like, we're not helping you. You're not going to be able to get that car, this, that, and the other. So I went in there and filled everything out and got approved right away. So
I can dig it. And you know, I have Steppin with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Caller, you on the live line. What's your name? What you want to call about?
What's up? What's up? This Cass. How y'all doing?
What's up, Cass? What's
Ain't
up?
nothing. I'm chilling.
You listening? What you want to get in on?
Mommy just hit me up. Y'all talking about tattoos?
We were, but you go ahead and jump in. Tattoos. The question that we asked about tattoos was, are you for or against? And if you for, why?
Oh, I'm absolutely for tattoos. I love tattoos. I was 16. I think it's a form of expression.
Okay.
Some people write, some people listen to music, some people get piercings, I know that's a little crazy.
16 tattoos?
Yeah, I have 16. That's not the most, but that's just where I had to stop at.
So don't go through all of them, because we don't have the time to go through all of them, but just give me 3 or 4 of your favorites.
My favorite is my Bugs Bunny, because he's number one.
Was that your,
I got a
was that
baby
your first
bug
one?
on my right forearm.
The Bugs Bunny was your first one? That was your first one?
No, it wasn't my first one. My first one, I don't really. It's my name. That's like a regular first one for everybody.
Gotcha.
I have Aries tattooed on my hand, on my left hand.
Okay.
I have a tattoo of Timothy 1 book 7, the 2 Timothy book 1 verse 7.
Okay.
I have that on my left shoulder.
Hey, what's
and
the one?
Hello?
What's
Is that Mommy?
Yeah, that's Mommy.
What's the one that you have with the eyes or something? Or
Oh, it's on the side, the one on the side of my neck?
Yeah, what is that one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just, I just told them to draw my eyes, like I just closed my eyes. So they have my eyes and my eyebrows with the 3 cuts, and I have a teardrop on the side. That's just because I don't really cry too much.
Watch out for
but I got a lot of, I have a lot of things that I'm dealing with, so I just put that there.
You heard what I said, Cass?
No, I didn't.
I said you got to watch out for them folks with them teardrop tattoos, boy. You got to watch out for y'all, boy.
Yeah, I know about it. It's not on my face. It's not on my face. It's,
all right. Hey, look. Okay,
my...
I got you. I'm messing with you, though. Like, girl, please don't confess nothing. I'm just, all right.
Yes, please don't.
That's crazy. Now, I'm going to get some more, though, so I hope y'all talk about it again. I should have about 10 more.
All right. Well,
another year.
I'm going to have you answer the question that's on the floor right now, and then I'm going to let you go. Okay. There's two of them. Beaches or pools? Beaches or pools? What's your choice? If you had to choose a beach or a pool, which one?
A beach or a pool? I'd rather go to the beach.
Okay. And the first big purchase that you ever made with your own money? No help from mommy, no help from nobody.
The first big purchase? My laptop. My first laptop.
I can dig it. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Our sister Cass. Thanks for checking in, girl. We'll see you soon, all right?
Y'all be good. Mommy, love you.
Love you, too.
All right, peace.
All right.
Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Solo. First big purchase.
Motorcycle.
Why am I not surprised from the breaker in the room? Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. All right, last one before we take it home. Television. We've been talking, not talking, but we've been playing TV themes all night, just kind of having a little fun with it. Favorite TV dad, favorite TV mom. If you got an honorable mention. Oh, I didn't even answer the question. Let me go back and answer the question. First big purchase. I'm gonna give you 3. The first time I ever spent my own money was in 1985 when I bought the Fat Boys tape. And my little sister, who was 6, she destroyed it. And I looked at my moms and pops, was like, yo, that's y'all kid. Y'all not going to replace my Fat Boys tape? Like, what's up with you? Like, so that was the first time, like, seriously, like, no joke. I'm still in my feelings about that. I want my $10 for real. Anyway.
Tapes cost $10 back then?
I guess it was probably like $7.99 or whatever it was. But
You went to the Wiz
Probably
and got
$5.44.
I went to Stan's.
You said
Sam
85?
Goodies.
I went to Stan's. We had a local record store on Bergen Avenue. We just lost Stan a couple of months ago, but Stan had his record store for like 50 years, and you would come from all corners of Jersey City to go to Stan's.
Is that your favorite record store?
Absolutely. Stan was an old white man who knew hip hop better than young black kids.
You know my favorite record store? I know it's not a question.
Is
but
it in Pennsylvania?
You're a butt cheeks.
I
No.
am. What is
Tower
it?
Records.
Tower Records.
Tower
Records, man.
Yeah, we had one
You
here
can
too.
find
Everything
Yeah.
in Tower. Records,
Yeah,
CDs,
because that was over at Willow
tapes.
Lawn.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Willow Lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at Willow
Long
Lawn.
I
time
miss
ago,
you, Tower
yeah.
Records.
I remember going to Tower Records in Times Square, and I know that building was like 3 stories
Oh
high
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
and whatnot. So,
They didn't have 8 tracks.
no, my pop still had his 8 tracks up
Yeah,
until when they
that's what I
sold
grew
the
up
house,
on.
though.
My dad did too.
8 tracks. He every year at Christmas he would play Nat King Cole's
Yeah.
Christmas song on the 8 track and whatnot. And I mean, I'm talking like well into like the early 2000s.
I still
Okay,
listen to Nat King Cole.
and I do too, but not on 8 track.
Well,
And whatnot. Anyway, the next big purchase I made was in 1990. I worked at Rickle Home Center, which is kind of like Lowe's.
Rickles helps you do it.
You remember Rickles?
Do it.
Wow, you do remember because that was the jingle.
Rickles.
I worked to buy a pair of Air Jordans. I got the third version of Huaraches. I bought them with my own money. I remember that being a big deal. Then the last thing, of course, like everybody else, I bought a car. And first year I was down here, I bought a car. And then my pop would let me buy the red Escort stick shift that I wanted. He made me get the 4-door station wagon.
It was your money?
It was my money, but he steered me in the way that only a dad can and whatnot, and it ended up being a good decision because the dude that sold us the car, you know, even though I wanted that shiny red 2-door stick shift Escort, you know, he's looking at me like, you don't want this car, but he couldn't say it because he's trying to sell.
Right.
You know, but, you know, when my father's like, how about the station wagon over here? I'm looking at Pops like, are you serious right now? I'm in college.
You and all your friends
And you
can
going to
go
put me
out.
in a station wagon? Like, are you kidding me?
Shagging wagon.
Yo, I drove that station wagon for like 5-6 years. And then I sold it to a family member who lost it within a year. But anyway. All right, last question. TV dads and TV moms, your favorites?
Okay, I'll go. Shoot, I have to keep it playing. I can say the Clintons. Damn. I said the Huxtables.
The Huxtables.
Cliff and Claire.
I think the C's would cut you up. Yeah.
So Cliff and Claire.
Cliff and Claire. I can dig it. You kept it in one household. I can dig it. What you got, D?
I'm gonna have to steal your answer.
You want to go with Cliff? You want to go with Cliff and Claire? All right.
The only one I can think of. They're the parents who have money.
I like the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Lexi, who you got?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone in here watches Game of Thrones, but mine would have to be Ned and Catelyn Stark.
I can dig it. I don't watch, but I know a lot of people who do and whatnot. Solo, who you got? Favorite TV, mom and dad?
I don't know if this is possible, but I'm going to throw it out there. Fred Sanford.
You just stole my thunder. Because you knew I was going to say you knew
Claire
I was going
Huxtable.
Yeah, I totally was going with Fred Sanford. But I could dig it. What you got? What you got, big sis?
Favorite dad is Heathcliff Huxtable. Favorite mom is Lucy Ricardo.
Yeah, you've always talked about
she
Lucy. I know you loved. I know you love Lucy.
She loved Lucy. Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna go with since Solo stole my guy. I mean Fred, obviously, but I'm gonna go with James Evans and George Jefferson and whatnot for the dads, and then for the moms. I mean, it's pretty clear that, you know, Claire Huxtable is, you know, as high as it gets. But you know who else I like?
If you say who I think you
I
gonna
like
say.
Tashina Arnold on Everybody Hates Chris.
I think that
She's
is-
a no joke for
Yeah.
real, mom.
Who'd you think I was gonna say?
The old Anvil from.
Oh, the original Anvil? Yeah.
What was her
Janet
name?
Huber
Stop
Witten.
too.
Janet Huber
Yeah,
Witten.
I love her.
She was Anvil.
Yeah,
It's
she
like
is
how
dope.
they tried to sneak Daphne Reed. Like,
Yeah, she didn't even fit.
I mean, Daphne, I'm sure she's a nice lady, but you know
Yeah, but
what?
that
She
role was
destroyed.
not hers.
Yeah, she
Uh-oh.
destroyed the
No,
show
no,
for
no,
us.
no.
Anyway, Ain't No Has Stable Marcus J Live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio.
Linwoodville.
We're going to take our final break of the night. They messing with me with this Lynn Whitfield thing, y'all. They not my friends. They don't love me at all for them to keep saying that.
Him scared of her.
No, I'm not. I just don't like her.
Him scared of
I just don't like her. Ain't no hashtag Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. I got my brother Solo. I got my big sister, First Lady D and Lexi. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Taking our final break of the night. We're going to come back. We're going to rant. And we're going to close. Stay with us. Be back in a few.